Have you ever wondered what truly determines the quality of your life as you enter your 70s? Is it medical test results or complex healthcare secrets? In reality, the answer might be simpler than you think. It lies right in how you live each day. What signs best reflect your health, mental clarity, and inner peace as you age? In this video, we will explore 6 important signs, each one not just a measure of health but also vibrant stories of older women who have conquered time by maintaining vitality and emotional balance. From the ability to stay physically active to mental sharpness, emotional resilience, and continuing to live joyfully, each story is a testament to the strength of these women. These stories are not just empty advice, they are practical lessons you can apply to build a healthier, longer, and more meaningful life after 70. Get ready to discover how these 6 signs will help you recognize the most important aspects of aging and how to live a fuller, more complete life. By the end of this video, you will not only have a clearer vision of your own future but also learn how to adjust your current life to prolong happiness and peace. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss other valuable information. Sign 1. Physical mobility. Mrs. Helen embodies resilience and enduring vitality. At 76 years old, she wakes up early every morning, ties her shoelaces, and walks to the small market near her home. The distance isn't too far, but what amazes everyone is how agile and strong she moves. Watching her climb stairs while carrying a bag full of vegetables, it's hard to believe she has reached an age where many of her peers struggle with mobility. Neighbors, even younger ones, often admire her health and flexibility. But for Mrs. Helen, being active isn't extraordinary, it's simply a lifestyle, a habit deeply ingrained in her daily life. She shares that her secret doesn't lie in heavy or complicated workouts but rather in persistence with small yet consistent activities. As long as I move a little every day, my body won't become stiff over time, she often tells her grandchildren. Mrs. Helen's mobility is a clear testament to the youthfulness the body can maintain with age. As long as we don't let ourselves slow down, maintaining physical activity not only keeps the joints healthy and the body flexible but also helps us retain independence. That independence is a precious gift as we grow older. Simple activities like walking, gardening, or even climbing stairs daily contribute to keeping the body in optimal condition. Research has shown that those who maintain regular activity in their later years not only enjoy a better quality of life but also live longer. It's not about engaging in heavy sports or high-intensity workouts, but rather small yet consistent movements. The key is to keep the body moving, ensuring that you continue to participate in the little daily tasks. For Mrs. Helen, each trip to the market is not just a routine chore but also a way to maintain her health, ensuring that she can continue to live strong and free for many more years. And like her, anyone who prioritizes physical activity can enjoy a vibrant and longer life. Sign 2. Independence in daily tasks. At 85, Mrs. Evelyn lives life on her own terms. Each morning, she wakes up and makes her own breakfast, carefully preparing her favorite dishes. She tidies up the house, tends to the garden, and even runs her errands. Notably, Mrs. Evelyn does not decline help from her family. She truly enjoys her independence. For her, simple actions like cooking a meal or cleaning her space provide a sense of control and satisfaction. Her family offers assistance, but she always smiles and says, "I can do this myself." Independence is part of what keeps her feeling young. Being able to perform daily tasks on her own, as Mrs. Evelyn does, is a strong indicator of longevity. When you have the physical and mental capability to handle daily activities like cooking, cleaning, and running errands, it shows that your body and mind are functioning well enough to support your lifestyle without needing continuous assistance. Independence in daily tasks not only maintains vitality but also preserves your dignity and sense of purpose. Each meal prepared or chore completed reinforces the idea that you are still capable of taking care of yourself. Studies have shown that those who maintain independence in old age tend to live longer and healthier lives. The ability to be self-sufficient relates to both physical and mental sharpness, as these tasks require coordination, memory, and problem-solving skills. Just like older adults who continue to manage their daily routines not only maintain their quality of life but also give themselves the best opportunity to enjoy many more years of it. Independence, ultimately, is one of the key factors in aging healthily and living fully. Sign 3. Mental sharpness. Mrs. Margaret never fails to impress others with her sharp and agile mind. Even at the age of 84, each month, she reads at least 2 books, ranging from history and philosophy to thrilling detective stories. She particularly enjoys books that require reasoning because, as she says, the mind needs to be exercised just like muscles. Every weekend afternoon, you'll find her sitting in the living room, playing chess with her grandchildren. Not only does she teach them complex strategies, but Mrs. Margaret also often astonishes the kids by effortlessly solving seemingly impossible chess problems. But what truly surprises everyone is when she participated in a family gathering and quickly solved a puzzle that was harder than anyone else's. Even those decades younger than her had to admit to her remarkable quickness. Mrs. Margaret's sharp intellect serves as a reminder that age does not equate to cognitive decline, rather, it can become more refined if we know how to exercise it. Mental sharpness, like Mrs. Margaret's, is a crucial indicator of health and longevity. As we age, cognitive function, the ability to think clearly, remember, and solve problems, becomes essential. Engaging in brain-challenging activities not only keeps the mind sharp but also helps prevent cognitive decline over time. Reading, solving puzzles, and learning new skills are all ways to keep the brain active. Contributing to mental youthfulness. Research shows that keeping the brain busy not only reduces the risk of memory-related illnesses such as dementia or Alzheimer's but also enhances creative thinking ability. This not only extends lifespan but also ensures that later life remains rich and meaningful. Like Mrs. Margaret, regularly engaging in mentally stimulating activities is key to maintaining memory and thinking ability. What matters is not just what you do but also how you continue to challenge yourself every day. A sharp mind is not a sign of superior intelligence, it is evidence that the brain is aging healthily and actively. It is the curiosity, thirst for knowledge, and continual exploration of the world around her that allows Mrs. Margaret to live a full and complete life, even after reaching her 80s. Sign 4. Emotional resilience. Mrs. Alice faced a major turning point in her life when she lost her beloved husband after more than 50 years together. The pain of loss at the age of 77 seemed like it could overwhelm her. But instead of letting grief confine her to solitude, she chose a different path, a journey of self-healing and emotional revival. Mrs. Alice found comfort in new and exciting hobbies. She began gardening, creating colorful flower gardens as a way to nurture her own soul. Later, she tried her hand at cooking unique dishes and even spent time learning about photography. These new interests not only brought her joy but also allowed her to connect with the world around her. Maintaining social interaction, though the sorrow of her deceased husband still lingered in her heart. Mrs. Alice did not let it define her life. She found solace in friendships, often meeting with neighbors and participating in community activities. Notably, she did not deny her feelings, but instead managed them gracefully, choosing a direction in life where she could grow and explore new joys. Mrs. Alice's emotional resilience is a testament to her strong spirit. In life, when we face inevitable losses such as declining health or the passing of loved ones, how we navigate adversity is truly the measure of our character. Mrs. Alice demonstrated that instead of being swept away by the tides of sorrow, we can choose to confront, accept, and move forward, rebuilding our lives with new meaning. Research also shows that individuals who maintain emotional resilience tend to have a lower risk of stress-related illnesses such as high blood pressure or heart disease. In fact, the ability to face emotions and overcome adversity is a strong predictor of health and longevity. Resilience does not mean avoiding pain but rather knowing how to manage and channel it, turning sorrow into motivation for growth. Mrs. Alice's story is a prime example of how emotional resilience can shape the years to come. Those with this ability not only protect their mental and emotional health but also enhance their physical well-being, improve their quality of life, and create a happier future. The mental strength that Mrs. Alice built helped her not only to live longer but also to live more fully. Those who cultivate resilience will not only safeguard their psychological health but also create new opportunities to discover joy and meaning in life. Sign 5. Sense of purpose. At the age of 90, Mrs. Clara's days are anything but idle. Each morning, she wakes up with a clear sense of purpose in her mind. She gets out of bed, breathes in the fresh air, and heads to the garden she has carefully tended for many years. Mrs. Clara's garden is not merely a hobby, it is a source of joy and fulfillment. The fruit of her hard work and love. With her passion for nature, she grows various flowers and vegetables, from vibrant red roses to juicy tomatoes. Moreover, she hosts gardening classes for neighborhood children. She willingly shares her knowledge, from how to care for plants to the life lessons she has gleaned from her ups and downs. During those gatherings, she often emphasizes that, to live long, you need something to look forward to every day. The sense of purpose she nurtures has helped her not only connect with those around her but also live a vibrant and happy life. Mrs. Clara's little garden has become a warm haven where she and the children joyfully explore life together. They learn about how plants grow and share laughter. With each plant she nurtures, she feels the joy and freshness of life, keeping her connected to the present. Studies consistently show that people with a sense of purpose, whether big or small, tend to live longer and have happier lives. Mrs. Clara is a living testament to this. She understands that keeping her mind sharp and living with purpose helps prevent feelings of stagnation, loneliness, and despair that can come with old age. Even though it's just a small plot of land, Mrs. Clara's garden is a reminder that there is always something to do, lessons to share, and life to live. This sense of purpose not only motivates her to remain mentally and physically active but also nurtures emotional health for anyone seeking a fulfilling life. Seeking and maintaining a sense of purpose is one of the most powerful tools you can possess. With each new day, Mrs. Clara finds opportunities to make her life and the lives of those around her more meaningful. This transforms her life into a journey of continuous exploration and growth. Sign 6. Social connections. At 79 years old, Mrs. Clare is the life of the monthly neighborhood parties. Each time she hosts, she transforms her small home into a cozy space where people gather to play games and enjoy delicious dishes she has prepared herself. With her bright smile and sense of humor, her laughter echoes through the room as she tells funny stories and shares joyful moments with her friends. Mrs. Clare always makes sure everyone feels welcome. Close neighbors and even new faces can sense the enthusiasm she brings. Friends often say that Mrs. Clare's positive energy is not only infectious but also uplifting, encouraging everyone to participate in the gatherings. Maintaining social relationships is a top priority in her life. The friendships she cultivates have a powerful impact on her overall happiness. And Mrs. Clare's story emphasizes the importance of social connections in promoting longevity. These relationships are not just a way to pass the time, they play a vital role in one's mental and physical health. Research has shown that loneliness is one of the main risk factors leading to early death, contributing to various health issues such as depression, cognitive decline, and heart disease. In contrast, strong social relationships can significantly enhance health, boost emotional resilience, and even improve immune function. People like Mrs. Clare, who maintain social engagement, tend to live longer and healthier lives. Whether through organizing gatherings, staying in touch with friends, or participating in community activities, social connections help prevent the isolation often associated with aging. The relationships we share with others provide emotional support, keep our minds active, and nurture a sense of belonging. As Mrs. Clare demonstrates, a rich social life can be one of the strongest predictors of a long and fulfilling life. She not only connects with those around her but also contributes to creating a warm and close-knit community. Through the inspiring stories of Mrs. Helen, Mrs. Margaret, Mrs. Alice, Mrs. Evelyn, Mrs. Clare, and Mrs. Clara, we recognize that the signs of longevity are not just found in numbers but are also expressed through how we live and experience each day. Factors such as flexible mobility, mental acuity, strong resilience after setbacks, independence in life, solid social relationships, and a profound sense of purpose are key to unlocking the door to a long and meaningful life. We should not let age be a barrier to our personal growth and advancement. As the saying goes, it's never too late to start. Strengthening these areas can begin with small steps in our daily lives, from going for walks, engaging in social activities, to seeking new goals and interests. Consider each day an opportunity to renew yourself, to explore new things, and to connect with the world around you. Life is a continuous journey, and each of us has the capacity to create beautiful and meaningful memories. Regardless of our age, thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, feel free to give it a like and share it with anyone who might need to hear this message. I would love to hear your thoughts. And before you go, please comment with a 9 or 0 below to let me know you're part of this conversation. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.